Nostalgic East Africa group on Facebook, we have run a thread for a long time looking back at the sportsmen in this country. And one name that has featured prominently in recent years was that of Mohamed Ahsan, who was a well-known autocross rider in Nairobi. And he was amongst the top, if not the number one, but he was one of the top motocross riders. I have been following up on this hero of ours, and very fortunately through another contact of mine, who is my son-in-law actually, Pervez Iqbal, who led me to Jaaye Hassan, who is the son of the late Mohamed Hassan. You are welcome, and whatever information you give it to me this afternoon will be appreciated by a lot of people. We have 20,000 members on the Nostalgic East Africa Facebook page, and this will be history, and we will be so happy to hear from you something about your father's achievements. If you have some photographs, maybe you can show to the viewers, and I will arrange to post them later and on the Facebook page. Welcome, Jaaye. So you can tell us something about your late father?
I thank you very much for all your efforts in trying to locate me, though I have lived all my life in Nairobi. And it is a very emotional day today for me to have met with a person who I managed to get into contact with only a couple of years ago. And those emotions run very high, and I appreciate once again his effort for all that. Well, as a very small, I have made some notes, and it's that leads to how our family got into East Africa, particularly Kenya. My grandfather, Hassan Din, came into Kenya at the turn of the last century, and most probably in about 1914, 1915. And my father was born in 1917, and he had two sisters. My grandfather was employed by the prisons department at that time, and he was appointed as a jailer and was based at what is now called the Industrial Area Remand Prison. He had he got married in 1943 and was blessed with 5 daughters and 1 son, that is me.
The only son?
Yes. My father was a very keen sportsman, and having taken part in volleyball, became hunting, and top of it all, as Mr. Muzaffar Khan said in the motorcycle part of it, he raced under the badge of number 80. That's what he was known as. He also participated in the coronation safari, though his death in 1956 could not allow him to participate in any more of these coronation safaris. So his the number of safari participations was very limited, but the motorcycle racing goes back quite a number of years ago. So I have some pictures of him and his trophies, which he has.
For your information,
Yeah.
we have been trying to look for photographs of your late father, but searching on many websites, it's very, very rare. I've not been able to come in contact with any photographs. So this will be the first for the members of the Nostalgic East Africa group. And once you hand over the photos to me, which I'm sure you will, I will then be posting them. Maybe you can lead us through your father's photograph and when he got married. That is your grandfather.
Yes. Now this is the picture of my father and my grandfather when my father got married. Now this other one, this one which is number 80, this is when he won the last trophy. And I remember that he had an injury to his wrist, and it was very painful for him, but all the same, you see, he did make an effort to receive these trophies. And among the collection of trophies which he had, I can put up this little picture. In the center is the one which was
The biggest, I think.
the biggest, and in the picture which I've just shown to you, and this is a picture of our lifetime. You see, there was no other picture because he did not live any, very much longer than he died in 1956 when he went with a couple of friends to a place nearby called Ndi, and he was unfortunately bitten by a poisonous snake, and that caused his death. His death was taken as a very big shock by the whole of Nairobi, and I remember that there were people in their thousands who surrounded our house and the whole of our neighborhood. And his burial took place after 2 days.
Which is very unusual for a Muslim burial.
Yes,
Yeah.
because people had thought that, perhaps some Niti Shamba or something would take care of that. But then as our faith says that whoever comes has to go one day, and that was it. So my mother has led us on a very straight path. She made sure that whatever her principles were taken on by us, and we have had her as a blessing from the Almighty to be with her until 3 years ago when she passed away. We cherish the memories of both my father, the little we have, and of course my mother was blessed with a ripe old age. And we can only say to the Almighty, thank you for having given us the opportunity of having her with us for all that period. So that is the little that I have regarding my family. And I think Mr. Muzaffar Khan can
Jaaye, I
add
think
something.
what you have told us is more than I expected, because many people still think maybe he had an accident during his motorcycling career. Some people said he had gone out for hunting and he was bitten by a poisonous snake. Now you being the son, you have confirmed. So there can be no more speculation as to what happened to Mohamed Ahsan.
Yes.
But I, as a young man, traveled from Nabasha many times with my father to the City Park Stadium whenever there was a race meeting. And we were so eager to get into that stadium because the music was blowing for maybe half a kilometer.
Yes.
And the famous song by, I think it was Noor Jahan, Hawa mein Udta, Jaaye mera lal dupatta mulmul ka. So that used to blurt out on the speaker, on the public address system.
Yes.
And there are many, many Asians in the thousands who thronged the Nairobi City Stadium
Exactly.
to come and see the Speedway Trials. So Javed, I think that is more than enough.
And one thing that I would like to say is that our family's sincere appreciation for all those people who used to attend the race in which my father used to participate. Some went there on foot, some went there on bicycles, others went on motor vehicles, and all put together used to make that huge crowd. So that is something that we really cherish.
And all of those who are still living, who live in the diaspora, there are many people in Canada, in Britain, in the US. They always want to get to know about people who perfected some, either the career in sports or in any other activity. And I cannot forget the Speedway Trials. Mohamed was another person who was very famous. And when he came to work for my father, I just couldn't believe that I'll be seeing the man from close range. Unfortunately, in my childhood, I was not able to see your father from close range. But now that we have talked to you, and we've captured you on video, so this will be something that many people will cherish. And I must thank you very, very much for having found time to come all the way from...
it's been my pleasure. And I thank you very much again from the bottom of my heart and that of my family, that you made efforts to locate me, and special thanks go to your son-in-law.
Thank you very much.
Yes. And he's sitting right in front of me. It's, the catalyst that I would call him, and he's made a great day for me, and I shall remember that as well.
Thank you very much.
Very much indeed.
Javed. And I will do the editing of this clip this evening.
Wonderful.
And hopefully it will be posted, and I'll send it to you through your email link.
Thank you
very much.
नगमे हैं, शिकवे हैं, किस्से